Hello everyone, it's just taking a quick break from studying and introduce you all to this week's video, which is going to be what I spend in a week as a student in London. So I attempted at doing this last week and I started filming like Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and then for 3 days I just hibernated in my room because I was writing an essay, and then I completely forgot about filming or calculating anything. So we're gonna restart that this week. Today is Tuesday, but I did calculate what I spent yesterday on Monday. But first, let's get into breaking down my main monthly costs into weekly costs. This is going to include monthly rent and then just some regular monthly items that I pay for. I do spend, I am financially independent. I feel like I just have to emphasize that. I've been working since I was 16. My first job, shout out to Sinopolis and Vista. That was my first job. I worked there for 3 years. Just a fun fact. I've been working since I was 16, did part-time while I was in school and then while I was in college, and then also did photography a lot on the side. And then now I thankfully have saved up an entire year's worth in order for me to completely focus on being a full-time student here in London. So yeah, your girl is living off of her savings. So budgeting is a big part of my life. I have monthly spending budgets. I have a spreadsheet that I use on Notion to calculate everything that I spend within a month and to make sure that I stay within my budget and also have a good time. I do like to eat out. Yeah, let's get into my monthly breakdown costs. So we're first gonna start with rent. My rent is inclusive of all bills, so electricity, gas, internet, which is £700 a month. I live in a 3-bedroom flat, have pretty good decent appliances and within walking distance from my university, so I feel like I got a really good deal. Yes, it is expensive, especially when you calculate that to US dollars is when I cry. But then also sometimes converting the pound to the US dollar every single month is different. So sometimes I end up spending like 50 US dollars less on a month's rent than the next month, which is like kind of fun but also kind of scary because it varies month to month. This video is going to be mainly within pounds. Obviously my everyday expenses and rent will be within pounds, but some of my monthly costs are in US dollars. So I'll see how I'm going to calculate that towards the end. So monthly rent is £700, meaning within a week is £161 and 54 pence. Next costs, I pay for my phone, which is £10 a month. So a week it is £2 and 31 pence. And then the 3 other monthly costs that I have are actually in US dollars. So I pay for Adobe Photoshop and Lightroom, which is $9.99 a month. Same goes for my Kindle Unlimited that I pay for a month, and Spotify, which is $4.99 a month. Those are my monthly breakdown costs within a week. And let's get into what I started this week. So today's Tuesday. I did film yesterday, Monday. I went to go study at a coffee shop, the Coffee Tree here in Camden. It's a really cute coffee shop. Love it. Great study vibes. And I spent £4.30 on my chai latte with oat milk. And then I also went to Aldi afterwards to go do my grocery shopping for the week. And that was £21 and 25 pence. Total cost was £25 and 55 pence. And then today is Tuesday. It's already almost 5 o'clock and I've been in my room this entire time because I've had online lectures back to back and readings and work. So I'm staying home for today. No spending for me. How cool is this? You literally just walk out the door with your groceries. It was my first time in an Amazon Fresh store, so cool experience. Ooh. I mean, it's no California sunset, but I always get excited when there's other colors in the sky besides gray, white, and gray. It's so windy right now. It's actually like warmer than usual outside. Essentials, toilet paper, and a canola and pistachio croissant. Yeah. The end of the week. So I've basically kept track of everything that I spent from Monday to Sunday, 7 days of the week, and we have our total. I do want to show you quickly of my Notion spreadsheet that helps me keep track of all of my expenses throughout the week. And usually I do have everything kept on track through my phone, and then I just input all of those into my spreadsheet on Notion, because Notion has a really good page for expenses and it calculates all of it for you, and you could also input what category it is. For example, if you're buying food out, if you're buying coffee out as often as me, you can keep track of how many times you are doing that within the month. So I find that really helpful. Okay, so I actually went ahead and did one for this week. So ignore this monthly cap or whatever, that's just copied and pasted from another month. But this one is for the week. I did this specifically just to show you what I've spent throughout this week, but usually this would be within the month. It's just really helpful. You can put what the expense was, how much, the category, and then I'll input the dates here so you can just choose on the calendar what day. And then it automatically calculates the total for you. I would typically say this is an average spending amount for me. I do go out every day. I do not spend money every day, thankfully. I do think it is possible to walk out of your house and not spend money. Obviously, whether that is going on a walk, but usually with me, I typically do get distracted and buy a coffee, but that's okay. So my total, before adding on the monthly breakdowns, 59 pounds and 73p, which I think is pretty good for the week. Yeah, so just little tips here and there for you that I have for budgeting is I usually will set a monthly cap. I don't really cap any specific category like transportation, food out, or anything like that, but I do take note of how many times I am eating out a month, and then just keeping a mental note on whether I should cut that down the next month. Transportation within a month, I typically do spend between 20 to 30 pounds. On average, I would say sometimes less, sometimes more. And that is because thankfully I live walking distance from a university. I do have a lot of places within the area that I just go walking to. I think I live pretty central and everything that I need is around me. And I would say that I do eat out maybe once a week, usually on the weekends when I do have time. And then as you saw this week, I typically do hibernate in my apartment for 1 to 2 days when I have a lot of assignments to catch up on or to do some work and some studying. That's usually not healthy for me, so I do like to go out and not always head to a coffee shop to not spend so much money constantly on coffee shops every day, but I'll usually head to campus and take advantage of having just great services in a library and a student center that I should be taking advantage of as a student. Yeah, groceries are always, I would say, like 10 to 20 pounds a week, sometimes just 10 pounds a week. This one was a bit more of an expensive grocery trip. I just bought more essentials that I ran out of. So yeah, it would typically be like 10 to 15 pounds a week, I would say, for groceries. So my total is 59 pounds and 73 pence. And then adding on the monthly breakdowns that I calculated at the beginning of this video to weekly payments, how much I pay within a week. And that came to a total of 170 pounds and 78 pence, which I will then add. The reason why I'm adding this on, I'm first showing you what I spend and then my monthly expenses on top of it, is because everybody is going to have different rent. Everybody is going to have different monthly bills or expenses or subscriptions that they have. So I just wanted to show you what a typical week looked like based off of just basic expenses that I pay throughout the week. So now when we paste that, my total completely for the week, including the expenses, the monthly breakdowns to weekly prices, is 230 pounds and 51 pence. That does sound like a lot, but in my head, I think of rent as just a monthly fixed expense. I don't think of it as a weekly expense because I do only pay it once a month. Yeah, that's my weekly expenses as a student in London. This does vary person to person, can be more, can be less, depending on your lifestyle. I definitely think, well, obviously living within central London, it is expensive. It is tempting to go out and go to coffee shops and go eat out. But you can have fun without spending money. There are beautiful parks here. There are free museums. You can go for walks. You can also go for a cup of coffee, some brunch, food. So that is my weekly, what was I gonna title this? What I spend in a week as a student in London. I hope you found this helpful, useful. I was going to show you a percentage breakdown on like coffee, food out, that sort of stuff, but then I'm gonna have to do math for that and I don't really feel like doing that. So that's it for this video. It's been a pretty good week. I'll hopefully see you guys next week. I've been kind of bad at posting every Sunday, which I'm trying to do, but it is kind of difficult with school right now. But yeah, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe.